Could you survive the Middle Passage today? Being placed on a ship, not knowing where you're going. Okay, so you've made it to this new land that you know nothing about. Could you survive being a field slave? Many days you're doing fine, but some days you just don't have it. You just don't have it. And on those days, there is no one to have any sort of empathy towards you. You're being lashed and whipped to continue to work hard. Let's say you ended up as a house slave. Your main purpose in there was to suckle not just your children, but whatever children they had, to give breastfeed to them. Me tell you something. These were the thoughts that flooded my mind on the morning of January 1st. I was like, what is this? And so I asked God, I said, what is this? What is this that is in my head? And the answer was almost immediate. It was, this is what Black people are gonna have to remember about themselves to make it through 2025 and beyond. It's not something we have to reach outside of ourselves for. It's right in our bloodstream. It's in our DNA. We have to sort of just know that whatever 2025 and beyond is going to bring to us, we have survived far worse. And so we are equipped in ways that we don't even recognize. So I went a little deeper into the question with God. I was like, so yeah, but why now? And the answer was also very clear. This change of power that's happening in the United States is going to have like a ripple effect across the world. And so this year, racism, I got ton up, is gonna be on a whole other level. I wanna tell you that the first time I recognized that if you're a Black person, you have to kind of understand how you fit into the whole scheme of things in the world was not when VP Kamala Harris lost the election. No. It was a little further back when there was a war in Ukraine. I'm somebody that likes to pay attention to world events. And when that war started, I was so offended for the people of Ukraine that this man would just come in and want to bully them and take over them country. But very shortly thereafter, I saw videos from African people who were trying to get out of Ukraine. And the one that struck me the most intensely was about the woman who was pregnant and trying to get on a bus that was loading up people to come out of the most volatile areas, where they were dropping bombs. And they told her, no, you're gonna have to find your own way. Excuse me? And then I saw a lot of other videos coming out of Africans trying to leave Ukraine and nobody really giving them any help. And I said, okay. When people are in crisis, they're not checking for Black people. They're not checking for helping to protect us, to keep us safe. We just don't matter. And I said, okay. Now, before people come and jump all over me and say, oh, are you trying to say that everybody in the world is racist? Oh, come on. That would be the single most unintelligent thing that would have ever flown out of my mouth. No. And if you're watching this video and feeling like that's what I'm saying, then I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe you need to check yourself a little bit, because all I'm talking about is things that actually happen. I'm not talking about theory. I'm talking about real things that actually happened in history. So absolutely not. No, of course, everyone is not racist. Let's just clear that up and clear that out. But what I am saying is that the people who are racist are going to feel very emboldened. Is that the word? Emboldened. 2025 and beyond to be very sort of expressive. Then I landed on things that I figure are from my own understanding. And I said to myself, the colonizers have always encouraged us not to give any honor to our ancestors. Well, it makes practical, perfect sense that they would do that, because their ancestors weren't exactly the nicest people in the world. You know what I mean? And they've somehow convinced us that God is offended if we try to honor our ancestors. But let me tell you something. Honoring your ancestors is not making them into gods. Please don't let anybody convince you that that's what's really happening if you want to honor your ancestors. Because remembering your history in its reality, some people will say, oh, it's just remembering trauma. I'm inviting you to have a whole different mindset about remembering our history in that way. And instead looking at it as, oh, wow, we did that. We did that. So whatever the world is coming with now, we have that same blood coursing through our veins. Whatever the world is coming with now cannot compare to the Middle Passage and to slavery. But it will require some of those same mental and emotional strengths. Because we know from the time when this man was in power before that one of the things that's definitely going to happen is drama. Constant, consistent drama, like things you never saw coming, will arrive. And so it's going to be very, very pertinent to us to remember and know that we have survived way deeper drama than they are coming with now. And just knowing that that is coursing through our veins, I think, at least I feel, that is so empowering just to know that. If you made it to this point in the video, then please hit subscribe for more very empowering content that I will do. I'm going to link a video in the cards where I talked about how to handle anxiety, because I'm somebody who's been troubled with anxiety in my life, and I sort of figured out a kind of a new system to deal with it. So I invite you to watch that next. And otherwise, take care of yourself. Take care of the people that you love. Stay safe. And thanks for watching.